Is it better to get 1% more return or to save 1% a year on your taxes? Got this question in the comments. I thought it was great. I've got an illustration that shows what to do. So let me share my screen. I asked this question inside of ChatGPT. It's up a few slides in ChatGPT. It's important you have a dialogue. Consider yourself with an expert. You're alongside an expert and you can ask more than one questions. It's not just like Google searching something. So getting into the example, okay, 1% return versus 1% savings on taxes. So here's an example. You got a $1 million portfolio. It's in an IRA. 7% annual return, it's fixed. 5% withdrawal rate. 50% the first, or 50,000 the first year, 2% inflation after that. We're just looking at 20 years here. Okay, I entered 20 years, so you can vary this however you want. So in the base case, just paying normal taxes and getting normal returns. So the portfolio grows 7%, 50,000 a year, 2% inflation, 25% effective rate on withdrawals. So let's say that's local, state, and federal taxes here in the U.S. After 20 years, the portfolio grows to $2.7 million. Withdrawals were $1.2 million. Those, assume you spent those to live on. So you've got $900,000 after tax. The ending balance you had is $2.7 million. And after tax, that's worth about $2 million. So that's the base case, doing nothing, okay? So case A is, let's say we saved 1% on taxes. So you pay 24% instead of 25. Okay, over 20 years, the net withdrawals are $912,000. So you made $12,000 more dollars versus, say, the base case is 900. I had to check something, sorry. And the ending balance grew to 2.03 versus 2 million base. So it's better. It's a modest bump in wealth. Let's say $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 over 20 years. Worth doing, but let's see how that compares to 1% more return. Case B, earning 1%, so get 8% instead of 7%. After 20 years, the withdrawals were the same as the base case, $900,000, because you're withdrawing 5%, adjusted for inflation. Nothing changes there. But the ending balance jumped to 3.9 million, or 2.9 million after tax. Well, that's a game changer. Okay, so the 1% more returned $900,000 more versus, you know, $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 more for taxes. So significant difference between those two. The best case, just for fun, let's combine the two. 8% return, 1% more, and save 1% a year on taxes. This is where you want to be. You have an ending balance of 2.95 million, and your withdrawals are 912. So it's nearly $1 million better to combine the both versus the base case. So huge impact from returns. So some insights. Returns pack a bigger punch. No question. It's nearly 20 times saving one versus saving 1% in taxes. So returns you want, but number two, what control do you have? You have higher returns typically require more risk. You got to buy more equities typically. Say you shift from 70% equities to 75% to drive that 1% more return, where tax savings is within your control. It's just managing the brackets, managing where your money's located, what funds you draw out of to get this $50,000, any Roth conversions, timing of Social Security, charitable giving. There's a lot of things that go into it, but it's within your control to save that 1%. Both compound, but they compound differently. Extra returns compounds on the entire balance, which is huge, versus, you're saving taxes only on what you withdraw. Ceiling versus floor. Tax savings have a ceiling. You can't save more than you're paying, right? Um, Returns, they don't have any ceiling. But again, there's no guarantees. The best case, obviously, is to combine both. It's a good part-time job managing your taxes, okay? And this only shows 1%. What if this was 2%? All of a sudden, it gets very interesting. So there you go. One trap in here, though, that I would be remiss if I didn't mention it, is you got to be careful about chasing returns in retirement. You've won the game. You want safety with growth, not just all growth all the time and all risk. Okay. So don't go crazy here and say, I want to push hard to get the best return I can. You want to get good returns, but you want to have safety built in. My point here is taxes is controllable. It's not near the size of return, but taxes is controllable by you. What are you doing to look at your taxes 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years from now? Actions you take today can affect your taxes at RMD time when you're 75, 73, depending on, your age. Mine's 75. And 80. I will regret decisions I made at 61 if I didn't think about taxes. Okay, so there you go. 1% more return wins all day long, but don't forget about what you can control. It's Joe out.